The film began in 1939, where in a tape recorder we see a little girl. This girl holds a cross in her hand and points it towards the sky. Along with this, she was also praying. As soon as this happened, light came out of the darkness there because previously a solar eclipse had occurred. Now, because her prayer had been accepted, everyone began to consider her a messiah for themselves. They gather around her, coming close to her while looking at the girl with hopeful eyes. All of them had also held crosses in their respective hands. After this, the story is shown 10 years later. This time is of 1949. We see a sister whose name is Narcisa, who comes into a church carrying luggage. She saw that there are many bullet marks on the church. Just then, another nun sister came here, who was the head nun of this place. She took Narcisa inside. She tells that when peace was established here after the war, by then the old people of the church had left this place and gone. Among the old people, now there is only me, one sister, and the Mother Superior. Now this church has been turned into a school and hostel for poor children. Children of poor people come here, study, and live. Now Narcisa goes and meets the Mother Superior, who is running this school and hostel. Narcisa sees the picture of the same girl in this room whom we had seen in the beginning. Actually, this girl was none other than Sister Narcisa herself. During their conversation, we came to know that Narcisa has come here to teach children because recently a sister had left the school and gone, but no one knew where she had suddenly gone. Now Narcisa was given a room where she starts keeping her luggage, but her suitcase was not moving forward. When she checked, a box was lying there, upon opening which, inside there was a house, a picture of a sister, and a pair of scissors. On the picture, this sister's name was also written, which is Sakuro. Taking her picture in hand, Narcisa utters Sister Sakuro's name. As soon as this happened, the chair kept in front started shaking, which falls down with a sound. Just then, someone starts pounding on the outer door very loudly. Although Narcisa even opens the door and looks, she does not see anyone there. But yes, she sees a mark formed on the wall right in front of her room, which was not there before. But ignoring this, she comes into her class to teach the children. She first starts writing her name on the blackboard after telling the children about herself. And now, as soon as Narcisa wrote her name, all the children began to get scared in a strange way. They start murmuring something in their mouths. One little girl, Rosa, gets so scared that her toilet passes out. After the class ended, Narcisa came to Rosa and asks, "When I wrote my name on the blackboard, why were you and all the other children getting scared?" But before Rosa could tell anything, her twin sister forbids Rosa from speaking so that she does not tell Narcisa anything. Now when Narcisa came to her room, she saw that the mark formed on the wall, which she had seen before as well, has now increased a little more. In the middle of the night, someone had drawn another line there, but Narcisa still does not pay much attention to this. Later, the Mother Superior shows her an album in which there were also pictures of those sisters and nurses who all died while working here. One picture was missing from the album, seeing which Narcisa understands that this missing picture must definitely belong to Sister Sakuro, which she had found in her room. Coming back to her room, she starts looking at Sister Sakuro's picture. Once again, the chair began to shake, which falls down with a sound. Just like before, someone again started pounding on the door very loudly. She listens closely by placing her ear against it, but there was no one. Now she began to feel that this is surely happening with me because of some mistake of mine. That is why she started beating herself, because in their religion, it is believed that if you punish yourself by hitting yourself, then in this way, the sins committed by you will be washed away. Now we see all the little girls who were sleeping in the adjacent room. One little girl wakes up because she had to go to the washroom. That is why she tells Rosa to walk along with her. Now, although Rosa was hearing strange noises from outside, she still ignores them and comes into the washroom with her friend. But here too, strange things began to happen. Suddenly this water tap opens on its own. The entire bathtub got filled. The water also begins to shake violently, but suddenly all the water disappeared somewhere. Then in the bathtub, Rosa finds someone's cut hair. She was just looking at the hair when just then, she also senses someone else's presence here. Because of this, she screams loudly. Hearing the sound of the scream, the head nun arrives here. Now, among the girls who were sleeping inside, one girl also starts screaming. She tells that while she was asleep, some boy cut her hair because a pair of scissors was also lying there, and her hair was missing too. Now, because it was this very girl's hair that Rosa had found in the bathroom, everyone thinks that Rosa was the one who cut the hair. Although the poor thing cries and refuses repeatedly, saying, "I did no such thing," no one believes her word. The head nun even beats her quite a bit. The next morning, when Narcisa came to the class, she saw that today Rosa is not in the class. She came to know that the head nun, as a punishment, has locked her up in a cell. When Narcisa went to her in the cell, Rosa tells her that yes, that act was not done by me. At that time, I had seen the soul of a little girl in the bathroom. She was not visible only to me, but even before you came, many people heard the voices of souls, and they were visible too. And what's more, all of us children had seen that mark formed on the wall, just like the one formed in front of your room. When we told this to the sister in whose place you have come, she completed that incomplete drawing by making one leg of the picture. She did this so that she could tell all of us girls that there is no soul here, whereas the soul is right here. But when that sister completed the picture, her name got written on the blackboard on its own, after which she disappeared. No one knows where she has gone, in whose place you have now come to teach the children. Rosa further explains that when you came to the class on the first day, when you were writing your name on the blackboard, this is the reason why all the children were scared, because once someone's name is written on the blackboard, it means that their death or disappearance is certain. In the evening, when Narcisa came back, she saw that a sister is making some dish like momos in the kitchen. Upon asking, that sister told her that this is the children's breakfast for tomorrow morning. She also gives a momo to Narcisa to eat so that she can tell how its taste is. Narcisa does eat it, but its taste was very strange, and now suddenly blood and the thing she had eaten start coming out of her mouth. It turned out that it was not a momo, but human eyes, seeing which Narcisa's stomach turns. She felt very bad, and now as she looked straight ahead, it turned out that these eyes belonged to none other than that sister, who now looked very terrifying without eyes. Seeing her in such a condition, Narcisa gets terribly scared. She started screaming loudly. She then ran and came into a room, where someone tries to kill her by throttling her neck and pressing her entire body, because her face was covered with a cloth, and the clothes were also getting tighter. It began to claw at Narcisa brutally, with which Narcisa's eyes opened. She breathed a sigh of relief, seeing that this was just my nightmare. But now upon opening her eyes, she saw that the mark has now become even bigger, which she had been seeing from the very beginning. In the mark, the dying person now also has 2 hands and 1 leg, and now only 1 leg was left to be drawn, with which this picture will be completed. Anyway, ignoring this thing again, Narcisa comes to teach the children, where once again the children begin to get scared while murmuring softly. Rosa got so scared that she immediately stands up and runs away from there. Just then, Narcisa sees that now Rosa's name itself is written on the blackboard. But she came straight from here to Rosa so that she could handle her. Narcisa tries to make her understand that, look, there is no need to panic. I am with you. Crying, Rosa tells her that I am now seeing the soul of a little girl everywhere. Narcisa does not understand what she should do. Then, holding Rosa's hand, she completes that picture by drawing the last leg of the picture so that, just like the previous sister, she can tell her that there is no soul here. But suddenly Rosa got scared again. She says to Narcisa that someone is behind you. But now, it is not the soul of the little girl, but a terrifying woman. As soon as Narcisa turned to look at her, there was no one there. But now upon looking back, Rosa disappears. Narcisa got quite panicked. She and Rosa's twin sister search for her everywhere, but she was not found anywhere. In panic, Narcisa also tells the head nun that Rosa has disappeared, and she actually starts scolding Narcisa. She burst out at her a lot, telling her to leave this school. It seemed as if the head nun does not want Narcisa to find out about whatever is happening here. But searching for Rosa, Narcisa has now come into a small room. But she is unable to go out from here at all because someone locks the door and imprisons her here. Just then, she begins to see many eyes in front of her, and from behind, a lot of hands come and grab Narcisa. They try to scare and kill her. Narcisa runs away from here taking the name of Jesus. When she sees Rosa's corpse in front of her, she became very sad, after which preparations to bury Rosa began. Narcisa was crying a lot. Then with a sad heart, she begins to leave this church school. Now, as soon as she looks at the sun, a solar eclipse begins to happen, exactly the way it had happened with her in her childhood. Just like back then, darkness spreads here once again. But after some time, as soon as the eclipse moved away, a bright light comes. But sitting on her knees, she still kept looking at the sun. She does not take her eyes away even for a minute. And with this, Narcisa's eyes are gone, meaning she had gone blind. But despite having no eyes, she could see everything that had actually happened here. This was the time when war was going on. Narcisa sees that during the war, some looters had broken into this church. One looter did something very wrong to poor Sister Sakura, seeing which Narcisa felt so bad that she starts screaming. Hearing the sound of the scream, everyone in the present time came to know that Narcisa had lost her eyes. So they bring her and lay her down in a room. After which Narcisa again takes the picture of Sister Sakura into her hands. Once again, she connects with that moment from the past and starts seeing what happened after the looter did wrong to Sakura. Narcisa sees that after that incident, Sister Sakura's daughter was born, but so that the honor of the church would not be lost, The Mother Superior raises Sakuro's daughter inside the church itself and never lets her go outside. Narcisa was just seeing all this in her memories when just then, in the present time, Sakuro's soul comes in front of her. By now, Narcisa had also come to know how much injustice had been done to Sister Sakuro in the past, so feeling pity for her, she holds Sister Sakuro's hand. As soon as she holds the hand, Narcisa comes into the past with Sakuro, where she saw that Sakuro's daughter has grown up. Now, one day that little girl got a high fever, but the Mother Superior, the head nun, and the other sister do not take her to the doctor. Their thinking was that if she went outside the church, everyone would come to know that this girl belongs to Sister Sakuro and that looter, which would bring a lot of infamy to the church. Therefore, those people lock Sakuro in a room and try to cure her girl's fever themselves. They try to lay the girl in the bathtub after filling it with piercing cold water. But the water was too cold, so the girl starts thrashing her hands and feet. But during this, the girl's head collided hard and starts bleeding. Suddenly, the girl stopped making any movement, meaning that the girl lost her life at the hands of those people. When Sakuro came to know about her daughter's death, she could not bear this grief and takes her own life. And now, seeing all this happening in the past, Narcisa felt very bad. She opens that room where those three had kept Sister Sakuro locked up, the room that was always kept closed, and no one was allowed to go there. And now, as soon as the room opened, two timelines begin to run here, one of the past and one of the present, both of which connect with each other. As soon as the room opens, in the past where Sakuro was hanging from a noose, her eyes open, and now her corpse began to roam in the past, while in the present, her soul begins to terrify the three of them, meaning the Mother Superior, the head nun, and the sister at whose hands her girl's death had occurred. In the past, Sakuro brutally breaks the head nun's mouth, causing her death. Now, with the head nun dying here, she dies in the present as well. Then in the past, Sakuro went to the Mother Superior, grabs her face, and drowns her in the bathtub. In this way, upon the Mother Superior's death in the past, she is killed in the present too. And then Sakuro kills the third sister as well. Now, in this manner, Sakuro took revenge for her daughter by killing these three. And the chair that was repeatedly falling in Narcisa's room was actually Sakuro trying to give her a sign, whereas Rosa used to see the soul of her daughter. Complete peace and calm returned to the school, meaning everything had become completely normal and fine. This school was safe in every aspect because as soon as the revenge was completed after the deaths of the Mother Superior and the head nun, no one saw that mark anymore, nor the soul of Sakuro and her daughter. And now the scene shifts from here to 40 years later, meaning in 1991, where now this church school had become quite big and good. New children used to come and study here, which was now being run by Narcisa herself, where she had grown quite old but still used to teach the children. With this, the story of this film ends right here.